Good afternoon, Knicks fans. It's ya boy. And you are now tuned in to another episode of OU and Knicks podcast. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. And if you're new to the channel or a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button for your boy so you could be alerted every time we drop a video or go live. Now, even though your boy been gone for a little while, yes, your boy took a little trip to the south and I had a lot of fun. But I'm back and in Knicks mode, ready to talk about all that's happened since we last chopped it up. And as always, I'll be jumping in the comment section, getting your thoughts, which brings to the biggest one of all. And I'm gonna let you guys get in here, man, so we could be able to chop it up and we could be able to talk. But let's get the show on the road. How do you guys feel about the Jalen Brunson signing? Now we all know the Knicks signed Brunson to a max contract of $104 million for 4 years with an option for the 4th year, giving the electrifying guard up to $26 million per year. Now Brunson averaged 16 points per game last season, while also averaging 21 points in 17 games without Luka Doncic last season as well. So now that we know the new starting point guard for the Knicks next season, how do we feel about that? Now, I'll say this. I believe it was a great signing for the New York Knicks. I believe that, you know, when they made this signing, not only did they make the signing in betterment of the New York Knicks, but they also made the signing for the betterment of a family organization. Shout out to Philo Casanovas. What's up? What's up, brother? He said, I'm cool with Brunson. He better than what we had. Yes, he is definitely better than what we had. Let me know, Philip, if the mic is all good, if you guys can hear me correctly, because I wanna the things that I'm gonna touch on in this podcast is, you know, a lot of things, and I want to make sure that you guys really get my point of view of what we are going to be talking about. So let me know if everything sound good, and also want you guys to know that yes, the phone lines will be open at the end of this broadcast because I definitely want to hear your thoughts about the Knicks, the entire offseason. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Hinker Harm said Brunson could work out well for us. Yes, he definitely can. And you want to know what made me feel this way? And I have to say this. It was definitely the Old Man in the Three podcast to hear what he had to say. I love what he had to say when he said that he wanted to get into the gym with the young players right now to form some type of cohesiveness between him and the Knicks so he could be able to come into the leadership role properly. And I like what he said that he's not trying to, take over the Knicks or just trying to just be the leader, but he wants cohesiveness between him and the Knicks. And once you have that type of thought, that's perfect. Shout out to Connor Tooling. He said Leon took what was best for the Knicks, what was best for CAA, had a baby, and that's Jalen Brunson. For sure, man. For sure. For sure. Shout out to Stephen Baldwin. He said, "Hey, what's up, guys? Giving him the keys is about to make everybody's game better." I definitely agree with you on that. It's definitely going to make the team better because when you look at Brunson has already showed that he's able to pass the ball and to get others involved into the offense. So, I mean, he's already showing us that he has the tools necessary to be able to lead the New York Knicks. Shout out to Philip Casanovas. He said, "I agree." Then he said that was already Knicks culture under Tibbs to go to the gym late night. I promise you, yes, it was. It was definitely Tibbs' go-to move for the New York Knicks. Shout out to White Falcon. He said PG-13 for sure, bro. Salute too, man. He said White Falcon said, "Give RJ the keys. What is the hold up? RJ just as good as Zion. Think about it." Oh yes, definitely. RJ is definitely as good as Zion and has the potential to be better. More so on Zion's health than anything. That's what's really plaguing Zion, his health. He's a dynamic player, he's a very powerful player, and he can score very easily. But his health, his overall health, is what's keeping him from being a dominant player. RJ has relatively, even though he's had some injuries, he's relatively stayed healthy throughout. So yes, RJ Barrett does have the tools to be a better player overall than Zion Williamson. Shout out to Philip Casanovas. He said RJ was the go-to guy on Duke. At sometimes he was, and but that's mainly because of Zion's health. If Zion was there, he was the main two. He was the main go-to. Even though RJ was showing more, diversity than I could say Zion, because if RJ was a three-level scorer when he was on Duke. Zion was mainly going to the paint, dunking all over you, catching lobs and things of that nature. He wasn't really taking mid-range and three-point shots when he was on Duke. He was mainly dominating from within the paint. Philip Casanova said, "Oh, Zion was RJ Robin on Duke." He was in some ways. White Falcon said, why Donovan Mitchell if we have RJ and Cam? We gonna Don't worry, man. We gonna touch on Donovan Mitchell because it's been a lot of talk about Donovan Mitchell, man. But let's try to stay course right now, and then we're gonna get into all of that because trust and believe, I'm gonna have you guys call in and give me your thoughts on that. So now that we know who our point guard of the future is, the next issue will be shooting guard spot. Now, I know we're going to talk about Donovan Mitchell, but we're going to talk about him a little later. But we want to touch on the things that we have right now on the Knicks. And we know that last season that spot was filled by who other than Evan Fournier, who I wouldn't say was really bad, but I'll say it got, a little bad at times. Offense as well as defense with Evan Fournier. Although his offense did pick up later in the season, on defense, we gotta say that he fell very, very short defensively. And I mean the entire season. And that's something that gives us pause to our starting guards being at minimum competent on defense. Something that's really hard to see, which why I told you guys last time we chopped it up, is that I could see Quentin Grimes being that viable option at the two spot. I like to say that he's an above average defender and can be a knockdown shooter if he's on that night. So let me know, chat guys. And let's not even think about Donovan Mitchell for a second here. I want to ask you this. Do you see a backcourt of Brunson and Fournier as being the right move for the Knicks? Not even counting Donovan Mitchell. Or do you see Grimes as a more reliable pick for that spot if we were not to land Donovan Mitchell and maintain the roster that we have right now? Let me know, guys. What do you think? Let me know. White Falcon, you bugging, bruh. He said, would you be mad if we traded RJ Cam and the kids for Ben Simmons at small forward? Brunson, Fournier, Ben, Randall, Hartenstein. Never, bro. I'm not trading RJ Barrett for anybody. There's nobody in the league that I'm trading RJ Barrett for. Not just because I believe that he's good, but I believe that he's committed to the Knicks. And it's not all about the money. When you get a player that's committed to your team and it's not all about the money, that means he really wants to succeed on that team. He really wants to be there. And from the time that RJ Barrett came to the Knicks, we seen that he really wanted to be here. Shout out to Philip Casanova. He said, "No way, RJ should be the shooting guard." I could have. I mean, the only problem that I have with RJ Barrett being the shooting guard for the New York Knicks is that he's not as fast as smaller shooting guards. He's not as fast as the majority of shooting guards in the league. So that makes RJ Barrett, if you could see when RJ Barrett was playing the two spot, he was pretty much a liability on the defensive end. You get what I'm saying? He was a liability. I'm not even gonna sit up here and hold you. Once he made the jump to small forward, I could say that RJ Barrett built up his defensive, efficiency, and he was able to be able to get stops because you had a lot of he's strong. So the majority of the small forwards that he was guarding, he was able to, hold his own against those players. But as far as RJ Barrett being a shooting guard, I don't believe he's fast enough. I believe that he's more fit at being a small forward. Shout out to a sports fan. He said we drafted RJ to build around him, not trade him. That's a hands down fact. We drafted him to build around him. White Falcon said RJ was playing as shooting guard at Duke. What is this? I'm just saying that it, just because you got to understand that college doesn't always translate to the NBA. In some cases it do, a lot of cases it do, but some cases it does not translate to the NBA. Meaning that what a player was able to do while he was in college, he might not be able to do that while he's in the NBA because you got the best of the world that's in the NBA. So every spot that you got somebody who's the best from where they came from. So you're getting the best from every which angle to be whether it's offense or whether it's defense. That's what I would say. Philip Casanova say he could get to the rim like Harden before he got fat. That's a whole fact. I love RJ getting to the rim and being, that downhill player, showing his strength. But he's not that fast. He's not that athletic. And I'm not saying this to hold anything against RJ Barrett because of the simple fact I believe even with those deficiencies, RJ Barrett can be a superstar on your team. You don't necessarily need that much athleticism to be that dominant. Long as you could be a three-level scorer and you could hold your own on defense, which RJ Barrett has shown he's capable of doing all of those things, then yes, he could be, he could be that guy. White Falcon said RJ will be our Jalen Brown. I could agree with that. I could agree with that. But when you see, who do you see Jalen Brown mostly guarding? Small forwards. A sports fan said, "Do you want Donovan Mitchell on the Knicks?" I'm gonna tell you that. Don't worry, we definitely about to get to that. We definitely about to get to the Donovan Mitchell because Twitter just got me so mad with them right now, man. When in regards to the Donovan Mitchell thing again, I just got to talk about that because I feel like some people are blind to reality and they want to see what they want to see, and that's never. It feels like they're holding more say for the media. They're defending the media instead of defending Donovan, instead of really looking into what Donovan Mitchell is really talking about. So, and I'm gonna open up the phone line so you guys can be able to give your thoughts on the Donovan Mitchell thing as well. Um, Philip Casanova said, "Chill, Tibbs is legit. Tibbs is legit." Did you see summer league defense? I love the summer league defense, and we're definitely going to talk about that because I wanted to talk about that when we was speaking of Grimes, because now that you said that, there wouldn't be a better time than to talk about the summer league and the progression we saw from not only Grimes but also Sims, Deuce and Sims, really. You know, and of course, I don't want to leave out the body catcher himself, Mr. Farron Hunt. He did his thing as well. So, excuse me, guys. Now, first off, in my opinion, Grimes did good. He showed his strengths, and Grimes showed his weaknesses also, as it relates to him getting his own shots. And don't worry, I'm gonna get y'all opinion on this. So I just want y'all to listen to what I gotta say right quick. In my opinion, Grimes showed his strengths and he showed his weaknesses. One, one of his strengths is his defense and how he able to, always be active with his hands and feet. That's a skill I feel will make him a elite defender in the future. Also, I feel that even though he struggled sometimes in summer league, which he did with his shot, he was able to get it going. And that's always a good sign to see because we witness this all the time in the NBA. A player come in and they won't be hot, and then next thing you know, they just get it going and they gunning you down. And I liked that about Grimes. You get what I'm saying? And not only with his shooting, but him being active on fast breaks that were fueled, by the Knicks defense. Something that, like you just said, was completely stifling at times in the summer league. And I love to see that. And I know that Tibbs was proud about that. Now, what I didn't like was that Grimes, in my opinion, still hasn't developed into a shot creator. And I'm not just talking about his shooting, I'm talking about his driving to the basket and also his shot. It felt like his dribble was kind of sloppy at times, and I felt like he just didn't have full control on his attacks. And at times he did successfully attack, and at times he did score on those attacks. But the majority of them was on fast breaks, which is good. But I would like to see Grimes break down defenders off of the dribble. And he did do that at times, but I have to admit, he didn't do it enough, in my opinion, especially in a championship game that they had. Now, throughout, I'll say he did have some good assist numbers, which is good, but I mean, That's my opinion. So let me know, chat guys. What was your guys' thoughts on Grimes in the summer league? Shout out to White Falcon. He said Grimes played in the NBA and lost summer league. He did. How Blazers summer league get a ring before Dame's? Come on, man. Leave Dame alone, bro. We can't be talking about Dame like that. Since we lost Summer League, would you trade those kids for Donovan Mitchell, or is that enough to say, okay, keep these kids? It's definitely not enough to say keep those kids. I definitely will put them in a package. Not all of them. You can't put Sims in a package anyways because he just signed a deal with the Knicks, so you can't even put him in a package anyways. But as far as Grimes, Deuce, you know, Grimes, Deuce, and the other kids like Fear and Hunt, if we could do that, which I don't think that we could, yeah, I would definitely give Grimes up to get Donovan Mitchell. Philip Casanova said, we never played that good in summer. Look what Tibbs turned summer league into. Yes, definitely. 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 We've never seen our players go that hard the way that they did and get to that level. At least I don't remember it ever happening. Michael Dollar, shout out to Michael Dollar. He said Brunson, Cam, RJ, Mitch, JR, or Obi. The Brunson, Cam, RJ, Mitch, Julius Randle, or Obi the five. I mean, nah, I don't see that. I don't see Cam be. I don't think Cam is a reliable enough player to be able to put on the starting lineup. He hasn't shown that he could be really that go-to scorer. He's always falling once he get into the paint. And he's unreliable with his health. I think that there's a lot of things that Cam Reddish needs to do before I could really say the Knicks should put him in the starting line. White Falcon said the kids can't guard the three line. What defense? I mean, you really can say that against Portland. Portland really torched us from the three. But the Knicks can defend from the three. The kids can. But I mean, once you put in Tom Thibodeau system, the Knicks have been able, we seen that. They was one of the top defenses against the three-point shot. A sports fan said, I don't even care about the Summer League championship. I want to see the Knicks win an NBA championship. Knicks NBA champions 2023. That's what we're going to put that down as. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put that down, a sports fan. We're going to say that our guys are going to be able to make it. Because the way that they talking about our guys, they acting like our guys, even without Donovan Mitchell, can be dominant. White Falcon said Hunt looked like he was the GOAT when he started. Grimes, where? Yeah, yo, Hunt was going off. I don't know what they're going to do with Hunt, but he needs a contract. I don't know why we can't trade Randall, Fournier, and Rose. I think it's mainly because of what Utah wants. They don't want Randall. I think they'll be able to take Fournier. They're gonna have to take a player to make the money. To make the money go hand in hand. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think they want all of those players because Utah's motive is just to tank. They want to tank. They don't want to be, a playoff team. Philip Casanova said Grimes won't have to do all of that work during the season. It was nice to see Sims added some moves. Yes, it was. McBride showed a little bit of his all-around game. Yes, he did. And Deuce had the Deuce what Dice had the Westchester backups playing D. Yeah, I like Dice, man. Dice is cool, man. I like Dice. And McBride did show a lot. I mean, they all showed a lot, especially Sims. Sims really impressed me more than anybody. He showed that he can, post up. He could try to take a little shot. He got a little handle. If he keeps at it and he keeps developing that skill, Sims can be a Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm dead serious. I know I may sound crazy, but yeah, Sims can be that guy. Michael Dollar said Brunson, Grimes, RJ, Mitch, Julius Randle, Obi at the 5, man. I don't agree. Mm, nah. If Mitchell Robinson, excuse me, if Donovan Mitchell was on the team, Mitchell Robinson will have to be that. We have to have him at that anchor. Now, can sometimes the Knicks go small ball, and be able to run you out the gym? Sure. But the majority of the time, you're gonna need Mitchell Robinson to be that anchor on the defense, especially if we were to get Donovan Mitchell. White Falcon said, Knicks looking like Summer League. No superstar coming. Shame. Hey, it might not happen. White Falcon said, Utah wants to lose. Look at the Gobert trade. Shame. Yes. That's a definite fact. Rose hurt. Fournier done. Randall can't lead. What's the problem? I don't think Fournier is done. And I definitely agree that Randall cannot lead. He's too emotional and he buckles under the pressure of the New York media. Rose, I think he could get back. I hope that he's not included in that trade because he could be the anchor for the second unit. Fournier, I don't believe he's done. I believe it's just the system that he's in. I believe if there was to be a trade with Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell, I believe that Evan Fournier should be in that deal. Just not only just to make the money work, but to be able to go there and be able to lead all the younger players that's there. White Falcon said Sims not a center. It hurt to watch. That's another thing that I've noticed. Sims, I believe, can play the power forward spot and the center spot. I believe that, if he I believe he needs to get his defense up. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you guys and think and let you think that I think that Sims is a defensive player because he wasn't really stopping nobody. Yeah, exactly, White Falcon. No rim protection whatsoever. I don't believe why Rose gotta go. Why do Rose gotta go? What do you mean? Rose was the primary reason of why we even went to the playoff the season before last. What do you mean? Michael Dollar said Melo. Yo, did you say what you guys think about Melo in the dinner when he was having a dinner with James Dolan? That was a sign. Maybe he wants to come back to the Knicks to finish up his career. What do you guys think? Do you think Melo want to give his last hoorah on the Knicks? Let me know. White Falcon said Fournier got overpaid. I don't agree with that, man, because the simple fact of the matter is Fournier's contract definitely in the future will be a steal because it's not like he's not a good player. Let's get it real on that, man. But Michael Dollar said bring Melo back. Heck yeah, man. Bring Melo back, man. I would love to see Melo back. I would definitely love to see Melo back. You get what I mean? Now, now that we got that out the way, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is Donovan Mitchell. Now, I'm going to get you guys' thoughts on this, but let me say these things before I get you guys' opinion. And then, we'll talk about it. Now, I want to say this. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but I'm one of the people in this world who take people for what their word is. And yesterday, Donovan Mitchell said something that led me to believe that he's not really interested in playing for the Knicks. Now, would I love to see Donovan Mitchell in a Knicks uniform? Yes, I definitely would. I would love it. But that's only if he want to be a Knick. And I'm sure that Leon Rose and company feel the same thing. You got broadcasting companies like ESPN and Fox Sports saying things like, oh, he's not a first option. When in fact, that's all Donovan Mitchell's been. And not that that's all that he's been, but he was successful at it. So I don't want to hear that because that's just hate from the media. They also said that he will only make the New York Knicks a first or second round exit. When in fact, in my opinion, I bet this that with Donovan Mitchell on the Knicks, they could easily get to the conference finals and possibly get to the championships if we didn't have to give up RJ Barrett or Julius Randle and still held on to at least a couple of the young guys out of Obi, Quick, Grimes, Deuce. If we could hold on to a couple of those players, along with Derrick Rose, along with a Derrick Rose comeback, I might say, I believe that the Knicks can be a top 4 team in the East. So no, I won't listen to them capalots. I won't. But I will listen to Donovan Mitchell himself. And from what I know and saw yesterday, him coming to the Knicks is not a guaranteed thing. You get what I'm saying? Let's be honest here. Yesterday, when Eric Pascal confronted a rumor that he was playing in Europe, and Eric Pascal said it was false, Donovan Mitchell commented under it and said, yeah, there's a lot of false rumors going around. And that led me to believe he had to be referring to the Knicks rumors. Because why would you be talking about any other player in the league? Why wouldn't you be talking about yourself when you've been the focus of the rumors that's been circulating in the NBA? Now, if I take him for his word, which I'm going to do, I would say this to all Knicks fans. Pump y'all brakes on this. Because it might not happen. No matter the media or secondhand sources that come out with this name in their mouth, what we need to do is focus on the players we got. Because without Spida, I truly think the Knicks are playoff bound. So I'm not getting my hopes up. I'll believe it when I see him in a real Knicks uniform, not no made up poster. So, what are your thoughts? Do you believe Spida to the Knicks is a sure thing? And for this right here, guys, yes. I am going to open up the lines. Just so I could be able to hear you guys' thoughts on this matter. I am gonna open up the lines for about, let's say, 15-20 minutes. So if you got something to say about anything Knicks, I'll be happy to hear it. 585-532-5551. Again, 585-532-5551. You will be linked to my parent company, Kanaya's Way, so don't worry about the prompt. Trust, it's me. And as you can see, the numbers on the screen. So, yes, family, the lines are open. And you can also comment in the chat. I don't mind. But if you want to say your piece, the line is open right now. Philip Casanova said Donovan Mitchell only made the Jazz relevant. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He made the Jazz relevant, and he was the leading guy on that team. You get what I mean? So, what the media be saying about him is straight false, and I don't believe it. And had a higher average in the playoffs. Yes, he did. You speaking true facts. White Falcon said, not with just Don Mitch. We're not going to make it. Yes, we will, man. So you're saying, White Falcon, a starting lineup of Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, you're saying that he won't be dominant? Oh, come on, man. Are you serious, bro? Casanova, man, call back, man, so I could get your thoughts, bro. I wanna hear your thoughts, bro. Call back, bro. You're on the line. You are on the line. Let me know your thoughts, brother. How you doing, Casanova?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Man, I'm great, man. Thank you for calling in, man. And what's your thoughts on the Donovan Mitchell saga that's going on right now?
Well, I think that Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks is pretty much a short thing. It's more of they're trying to see what they're going to give up because nobody could really offer what we could offer. And the
Yeah,
second thing is Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks is a no-brainer. If you watch last season, we lost how many games because we had no closer.
right,
Donovan Mitchell even closed one of the games that we lost. That's
right.
the
Yeah, if you tell that to ESPN, they not jacking anything that we saying regarding Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, I guarantee
that's
with a
because they don't.
go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. That's because they don't know the Knicks. The other day, I saw somebody said that Randall won Sixth Man of the Year. Meanwhile, he never came off the bench on the Knicks. That's
Malika
why people go to
Andrews.
YouTube to see the Knicks go.
Right,
Yeah,
Malika
like what are they
Andrews said
doing?
that.
And the whole yeah, like come on, come on. They don't even know what they're doing. That's why most people now to go see Knicks coverage go to YouTube because you guys know more because you guys are actually watching the team.
Right, 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 right.
Not
Exactly. And the thing
and
about it
I
is,
just wanted to say I appreciate everything. Go ahead,
oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
oh yeah, man. Yo, definitely appreciate you calling in, man. I hope that you continue watching the channel, staying up with us, man, whenever we go live, because man, you give a lot of good points, man. So overall, you're in support of Donovan Mitchell coming to the New York Knicks.
Overall, I'm supportive of the front office. Leon Rose has ran it beautifully. Like we draft good, the cap we manage the cap much better. We have assets. As far as Donovan Mitchell, why did we get 11 first-round picks and 11 second-round picks over the 7 years if not to go get Donovan Mitchell? I'm in extreme support. And even if they
Exactly.
trade away six first-rounders, we still have five over the next 7 years.
That's a fact. We ain't do all of this for nothing, bro. We did not do all that for nothing,
Exa-
man. But thank you for calling in,
exactly.
man. I hope to get you back in the chat, man. Let me know your thoughts in the chat and just have a good day to you, brother.
Nah, you too, and thank you, man. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you for
Thank
giving us
you.
a platform to say something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take
Peace.
care. Later.
That's a fact, family. That's a fact, family. That's a fact. What he was saying was straight facts. And I hope that that you guys I see that it looked like something was wrong with my screen, man. Like I had stopped streaming or something, man. Let me know. Did I stop streaming on you guys? Michael Dollar said Westbrook for Randall for 47 million salary dump. No. That might just happen. That might just happen. That might just happen, bro. Oh man, I think something's going on with the stream, man. Oh, something must be going on with my stream, man. Listen. I hope that you guys, I'm not something going on with my stream. Maybe it's me taking in calls or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man, but something's definitely going crazy with my stream. And the homie just called in and let's get this right. What he said was exactly right. We did not do all of this for nothing. We didn't make all of these picks and get all of these assets for nothing. They made all of these things so we could be able to get Donovan Mitchell on this team or a player of the stature of Donovan Mitchell. You get what I mean, guys? So we did all of that. And now it's time for us to cash in on that superstar. And no matter how much the media will be able to say, oh, he's not going to be able to do this, oh, he's not going to be able to do that, they don't know. They do not know. You get what I'm saying to you? So, yes, I am in full support of the Knicks getting Donovan Mitchell if he chooses to be a New York Knick. Now, I mean, I won't keep you guys too long unless, we get some more calls in. I just want to let you know that just because the media is saying something, that don't mean that we all have to abide by what the media is saying. When Donovan Mitchell gets online and says something, we have to hold him to what he's really saying at that point in time. We can't just overrule what he's saying because the media says something. How would the media know more than Donovan Mitchell himself? How would the media know more about his situation than Donovan Mitchell? White Falcon said RJ isn't a superstar. Not yet, he isn't. But we've seen a continuous trend with RJ Barrett, and every year he's gotten better. So, how are you to say that he's not gonna a superstar? He's not a superstar right now. I'll agree with you with that. But you can't say that he's not going to be a superstar in the future because I'm willing to put up money right now that RJ Barrett is going to be a superstar. That's why I've been so headstrong on him not getting traded to anywhere. Not the Jazz, not no team. Because I see greatness when I look at RJ Barrett. I see a person who is fearless. I see a person who is ready to put a team on his back. I see a person who is not afraid of the media. I see a person who's ready to go to war with any team, anywhere, anytime. That's what I see when I see RJ Barrett. Michael Dollars, Michael Dollar said, "Let's get Donovan while we can. We get more later." Exactly. You make the trade, you get the guy, and you figure everything out later. Because getting that guy is going to solidify you in the East. It's a guaranteed fact. Timothy Santiago, shout out to Timothy Santiago. He said New York Knicks is not better than my Warriors. New York Knicks are bums. Ooh, he said New York Knicks sucks. Why you coming in here trolling, Timothy Santiago? Why are you coming in here trolling? Why are you coming in here trolling, guys? White Falcon said, done at shooting guard with no defense is terrible. Donovan better off going to Miami or Brooklyn. Hmm, that's some thoughts right there. Would Donovan Mitchell bring down our team with his defense? That is a good question. Philip Casanova said, facts, RJ, bully. Bro, go somewhere, you troll. Thank you. Somebody talk to Timothy. Timothy wallet, ain't he? Timothy is bugging in the comment section. But in my opinion, White Falcon, I don't think that. That's why I said that we need Mitchell Robinson, because I don't agree with Cam being like on the starting lineup, because we're going to need Mitchell Robinson to cover up for the mistakes that our guards make. And Donovan, I feel, is. Oh, Philip Casanova said they mad things are turning around for the Knicks. Come on, man. You know the Knicks get hate from every team. Every New York State in general is hated by the majority of the country. Let's be honest. He said, Timothy Santiago said, you know it's true. New York is not better than my Warriors. We're not even talking. This is not a Warriors broadcast, bro. What are you talking about? We're not even talking about the Warriors. Why are you here? We supposed to be talking about things that's concerning the Knicks, not bashing the Knicks. Come on, man. You sound like the media. You bandwagon the media now, Timothy Santiago? You a bandwagoner? You like to bash the Knicks even though the Knicks ain't saying nothing about you? Is that the case, bro? Let me know. Come on, let me know. White Falcon said Knicks have no defenders for Don. I don't get that. I don't get what you mean, White Falcon. Philip Casanova said, no way Tibbs make bums into the 11th ranked defense last year, for your information. That is a whole fact, bro. That is a whole fact, bro. White Falcon said, oh, Cam better start. I would trade the vets and 7 picks before trading the kids. I would trade the vets too. But unfortunately, that's not what Utah Jazz are looking for at this point in time. They are looking for young players and picks. So if I got to give up, let's say if I got to give up, if I the people that I would rather give up, I'm not even. I know a lot of y'all about to get on me. I would rather give up quickly than Grimes. I will give them quickly and Deuce and 5 first round picks. 3 of them being unprotected Knicks picks. A closer. Donovan Mitchell is the guy. Yes. 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 Michael Dollar said Mark Jackson created the Warriors. That's a fact. Timothy Santiago said title says New York Knicks are winning the title. New York Knicks sucks. Come on, bro. You might as well just go now, man. Come on, you trolling for no reason, man. And I'm giving you your shine. Why don't you say something productive? Why you being a hater? Why you being a sucker? White Falcon said, well, no trades. Wait for free agency. Philip Casanova said, dollars make sense. Facts. Yes, it do. Dollars definitely make sense. But guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining me, man, and I appreciate you guys rocking with me. I wish more of you would have called in, but hopefully next stream that we do have, you guys, more of you guys will call in and let me know your thoughts. But I'm not gonna hold you guys too long. I just want to say thank you again for joining my live stream. In the next few days, yes, we are going live again, and I do want to get you guys thoughts. The phone lines will be open again. So thank you for joining me. Let's, root for our team and understand that our team is better with or without Donovan Mitchell. We still have a good team. So I just want to say thank you all again for joining me. Stay blessed, stay safe, and remember to always lead by example.